Good evening and welcome to the SOARA Tuesday evening VHF UHF Net. This is Ted, Kilo Oscar 6, Alpha India Mike, and the station will act as net control. Prior to beginning the net, is there any emergency, priority, or echo link traffic? Nothing heard. Welcome to the SOARA Weekly VHF UHF Net. This net is held every Tuesday evening at 8 p.m. local time on the SOARA links 447.180, 224.640, and 147.645 repeaters. This net is open to all FCC licensed amateurs. You do not need to be a SOARA member. We welcome check-ins and participations from guests. For our discussion tonight, what have you been doing lately at ham radio? What are you doing to expand your craft, or what do you hope to do in the upcoming couple of months? We just had Winter Field Day. Some people may have taken an opportunity for that, or if you're just tinkering around and playing with anything. Firstly, do we have any announcements from the club?
Did we lose you, Ted?
You must have. I haven't heard anything in a while. I've said a few things, so apologies about that. Can you hear me now, Ray? 10:06 a.m.
I do, and the last thing we heard was your request for announcements from the net. There was no response and nothing further.
Yeah, I don't know if I didn't hold down the button, but I was just reading off the calendar here. It looks like our club monthly meeting will be on February 23rd at 6:30 p.m. I believe in the usual spot at the Mission Viejo, the Murray Center. So hope to see some of you there. At this time, I will be taking check-ins. Please come now with your name and call sign.
Okay, I'll buy E6H, Ray.
November 5, Kilo Zulu Victor, Bob.
Alpha India 6, Sierra, so we now.
I got Alpha India 6 Whiskey Echo. I did not hear the other station. So please come now with your name and call sign.
November Romeo 3, Sierra, Sam.
All right, welcome November Romeo 3 Sierra. Got you checked in. And then just checking really quick. Any other check-ins? Please come now.
Kilo 6, Hotel India Victor.
All right, I believe that was Canute. Kilo 6, Hotel India Victor. Got you checked in. All right, we'll just start at the top of the list here, and as often happens, we might pick up a few more along the way. Ray, take it away.
Well, good evening, Ted. First of all, thanks for writing that, Ray, E6H, and I certainly hope we gather a few more folks, but we've got a good start here. As far as my immediate future plans, I have a work in progress. I am adapting my new-to-me travel trailer. I've got some inspiration while out at Quartzsite, because that is largely an RV gathering of kinds of travel trailers. Although I'm size challenged, and we all know size matters, I'm still working toward improving the antenna and radio situation in it, running cables, trying to do an neat, orderly job. And I had to add some RF ports that to bring the signal, the coax to the outside through a bulkhead fitting and that sort of thing. So I continue to work forward on that project. So that's my ham project with an eye to doing some serious POTA with it. And my project, my travel trailer, over to net, 86.
That's pretty cool, Ray. I'd love to hear a little bit more about it. If you have specifics of, you said you're going to be doing POTA. I assume that you have a couple of the HS antennas set up, and I'm curious what you're running there, because you want to be able to set it up quickly, but also some antennas are better than other antennas, or there's another phrase I don't fully remember. All right, let's go over to Alpha India 6 Whiskey, Alpha India 6, wow, I'm sorry, Mike. Let's go over to you.
Oh, not much there, Ray, and me, just working on projects here and there, and some ham-related and some are not. But not much else going on, so I'll just hand it back to you. Alpha India 6 with Seattle.
Thank you very much, Mike. I keep doing that where I say your call sign correctly and I write it down wrong, and then I try to read what I write, so appreciate that. Alpha India 6 with the Echo. All right, next we've got November Romeo 3 Sierra. Sam, go ahead.
Good evening, everyone on the net. My latest endeavor, I got inspired at the last SOARA meeting with the mesh core, and I had previously been messing around a bit with Meshtastic and wasn't really getting a whole lot of joy out of that. And so I popped my my little radios there over to Mesh Core and have been playing with that for a little while. It seems to be working out a bit better for me, but still exploring that. That's about all I got going on right now. And Arthur, back to net.
So much, Sam. I'd love to hear on your next go around. What is it that you're enjoying about Mesh Core? If there's anything major, I unfortunately missed that meeting, but I've been interested in it. Meshtastic was really interesting to me when it came out because there seemed to be a community for it. I could hear other Meshtastic units, but I don't know how much it's really grown. So what's cool with Mesh Core? If you have anything that's been sticking out to you. All right, next we've got Kilo 6 Hotel India Victor. Canoe.
Well, a very good evening to Joe. You got a whole button down. Solid. Let's try that again from beautiful downtown Rancho Santa Margarita. This is Gate 6 HIV. Well, I've still got some big plans for the rest of the year. 6 of me. But, even though I kind of blew out January, I'm looking forward to the winter field day. Then I had it arranged at 2 times the following weekend. POTA style operating. I got a POTA style shack now to kind of get around the HOA in the neighborhood. So that's what I mean by that. Then I could get on the air and see who I can contact on an average weekend. The old carcass let me down. Spent a couple of weeks in the hospital. At any rate, and missed all that. So we'll have to try it again when we get a chance. I'm doing much better, by the way. It's always fun hearing what's going on in other folks' pursuit of the hobby. So I'll pass it along here back to Net Control. This is K6 HIV.
Thank you very much, Canute. I'm not sure if everyone else experienced this. You were a little quiet for me. When you next come around, maybe try. I'm not really sure what would help, but yeah, just a little quiet. You were coming through clear, but very quiet. I heard something about trying to get around the HOA rules for POTA, which I am very much in agreement to. My big project that I still haven't done is get up in the attic and put an antenna in there. I think I might have to make my own Yagi. I'm trying to do some research around that just because what I want, I'm not finding currently out there being manufactured. So we'll have to see if that's because it can't be or it's just not popular. I think it can be because I've seen references to previous ones. I'm looking for tri-band Yagi or something similar to that so that I can hit the repeater on the different frequencies a little bit better. We'll see. All right, with Canute, that was the bottom of our list. If there is anyone else who would like to check in, please come now with your name and call sign. This is Net Control, K06 AIM.
November 5, Kilo Zulu Victor Bob.
Kilo November 6, Kilo Yankee Tango Don.
Right, I've got November 5, Kilo Zulu Victor, and Kilo November 6, Kilo Yankee Tango. So we'll go ahead and pass it over to you, Bob, and then you can pass it to me. Our discussion is just kind of what are you looking forward to in ham radio? What are you doing to practice your craft? What have you done lately, or what are you interested in? If there's anything along those lines, go ahead, Bob.
Thank you, and good evening, everyone. This is N5 KTV. Projects ongoing are studying for my extra license, and I hope we can complete that before summertime. And I'm working on a POTA setup, and I hope to get that done in the next couple of months. Round 2 it keeps getting lost, so it's been a difficult challenge. Other than that, I'm just looking forward to talking to people when I get a chance. And with that, I will give it back to Net Control. This is N5KZV.
All right, thanks so much, Bob. I'd love to hear what you're thinking about for POTA. If you have any more thoughts on that, are you doing kind of a portable thing to go sit at a bench, or if you have thoughts on that? I've seen not the whole gamut. I've seen people with full-on backpacks, and I've seen people just set up their radio on a table. So next go around, if you have anything to share, I'd love to learn. We'll pass it over to Dawn at KN6KYT.
This is KN6KYT. I am going to follow the footsteps of the previous caller. Also working on my extra. So hopefully
get it done this year. Study. Anyway, this is KN6KYT.
On my agenda too, I was 2 for 2 getting my technician and my general 2 field days in a row, but I missed this year's for getting my extra, so I'll have to see. I might be out of town for a wedding, but maybe I'll still try to get it around that time in the summer. Real quick, we'll take any late check-ins now. Please come with your name and call sign.
Kilo November 6, Alpha Sierra Romeo, Dion.
Gotcha, Dion. Anyone else? Dion, go ahead. KN6 Alpha Sierra Romeo.
Yeah, right now on ham radio, I have several different things I look into and do, but I'm reviewing my old technician class materials that I took to get my technician class, and that's in preparation to go to the next step, general, sometimes this year. So I'm going to continue to study up, and this is a learning experience for me when it comes to electronics. So that's what I'm doing in the hobby. KN6 ASR back to net.
E6H. We lost Ted again. E6H. KO6 AIM. E6H.
I'm going to try one more time. I'm passing it over to you, Ray, AE6H.
Okay, by passing over to me, do you want me to become net control or just take a turn?
Just your turn at the top of the list. KO6 AIM.
Yeah, we lost you there for a few minutes, so that's why I wondered. Anyway, this is Ray E6H, and before I wander into my project, should have done this probably during announcements, a couple of things I'd like to bring to people's attention. First, coming right up this weekend, in fact, starting at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Friday evening, will be and running through Sunday evening at 5 p.m. For a 48-hour operating event of 1010 International Winter Phone operating event. For those of you who don't know, 1010 International is a group that's of 10-meter aficionados, and they will be collecting 1010 numbers. But if you don't have a 1010 number, get on 10 meters anyway. You'll probably find them around 28,345 or 28,825 or two of their popular frequencies, but they have others. So I suspect you can just wander around the general portion of and now the tech portion of the 10-meter band. You'll be able to get on and make a bunch of contacts. Hopefully 10 meters is open like it has been off and on recently. So Winterfield Day, it was doing quite well. That's the first event. And the second one, of course, my radio's alligator almost got me. Second thing, of course, on the 27th and 28th of this month is the Yuma Hamfest. It was the ARRL Southwest Division Convention as well out at the Yuma County Fairgrounds. So if anybody can, it's a long drive. It's about an 8-hour drive, I think, from here in Orange County. But it's from my own understanding, I have never yet attended, but it's a great event. So I may brave it this year as well. So anyway, those are the two things coming right up that might interest folks. This is Ray, AE6H, 1010 number 69067. Over to net.
Thank you very much, Ray. Was there anything you wanted to share in relationship to your project? You're back at the top of the list right now.
Understand. I'll catch it the next go around. AE6H.
All right. Alpha India 6 Whiskey Echo. Mike, you still out there? Anything to share or comment on? All right. Nothing heard. We will move on to Sam, NR3F.
Yes, you want to know a little more about my mech score activities here. So I do have a couple of little tiny health tech T114s, I think they are. Little itty-bitty sub-1 watt units. And when I was playing Mechanistic a while back, I was doing okay, but it was really very hyper-local. What I found was with Mech Score, with the different architecture that they're using, the way repeaters and clients and whatnot work, there's a lot less collisions, I think, and you can repeat much further out. And I've made contacts out as far as San Diego and Santa Barbara, which never could have done on mesh casting. Still experimenting, trying to find the right place to put the little radio in order to hit the closest repeater, which is over, I think it's in the Rancho Santa Margarita area, would be the closest one to me. And I'm unreliably hitting it at this point, but working on that. Anyway, that's all I got. NR3S back to that.
I'm just kind of pulling up some of it, and I'll also look more into it. I wasn't sure exactly what the differences were, but it sounds like there's some technology underneath that may make it interesting. I've got enough devices and little boards around. I could play with both at the same time. So thank you so much. Next on our list, we've got Canute, A6 HIV.
All right, first question. How's the audio?
Much better. Thank you, Canute. I can hear you this time.
Switch radios. All right, thank you. This is Basic HIV. And Dion is it ASR? I taught the basic electronics at community college for about 40 years. So if I can be of any help here with the electronic side, I had a hard time with the extra class license when I got my chance to take it. And did not do well on it. No problem with the career in electronics and teaching electronics. No problem with the electronics question. But boy, did I bomb the rules and regs. So I can't help you there. But if I can, if you have any questions or stuff like that, and I can help you, please let me know. I'm a little medically disabled here. I don't get out much, but we can do phone calls. And then, I mentioned the POTUS thing, and I'm just using the model. I don't go anywhere, but I can park my car outside in front of the garage and put a mag mount on top of it, and the HLA's got nothing to say about that. So I run the cable into the garage where I got the station set up, and then I can do the activities that I like to do. So we're anxious to try more of that out. So back to net control. Thanks for doing that. Really appreciate it. Stay excited.
Thank you very much, Canute. All right, next on our list is Bob, N5KVV. Go ahead.
Good evening again. This is Bob, N5KVV. And you were asking about my photo unit. It's actually a USB QRP radio. I thought I would give it a try with that and see what I could do. And if things turn out good, I'll move up to a bigger transmitter. But that's just another thing like that makes me start off in a more limited fashion than I would really like to. But I think with a decent antenna, I should be able to work quite a few places, and that's what I'm looking forward to. And with that, I will give it back to net control. This is N5KTV.
Thank you very much, Bob. This is KO6CIM Net Control. Yeah, I think that's what I really like about POTA. There's activity on it. I think that QRP is a great way to go. So I hope that we find a lot of success. And back to what Canute was saying too, you don't even have to go to the parks because POTA requires hunters as well as activators. You really need both sides of it. So it's a cool part of the hobby to get into. All right, next up is KN6KYT, John.
This is KN6KYT, and I really don't have much else to say tonight, but I'm enjoying listening to everybody else's projects. Anyway, so I'll just listen out and wish everyone 73. This is KN6KYT.
You too. All right, we've got KN6ASR, Dion. Go ahead.
Shout out to Canute in Rancho Santa Margarita. And thank you very much for your offer of help in the electronics. Other than what I said before, I just enjoy listening, scanning to see what I can hear over the airwaves with my little AT, and reg chewing just whenever possible with any contact that would do so. There's a pretty good net on Thursdays at 7 p.m. that I listen to and check in with. It just comes in real well. It's digital. I think it's 447420. It's a PL code of 94.8. But again, with reviewing my technician class information, then going forward with the study for the general, just making the efforts for 2026 to spend more time on the airways with a little handset. KN6ASR, back to Nat.
Thank you so much. We will take any other late check-ins. Please come now to name and call signs. All right, nothing heard. Well, let's go ahead and take it to the top and probably make this our 7-3 round unless anyone has any comments they need to go around again. We'll go up to you, 86H. Take it away.
Oh, thanks, Ted. This is Ray, 86H, and now I can comment on the antennas you asked about. Well, I've got two or three things going. I'm going to be using a couple of salty volt designs, and one is 17.5, it's called. 17.5 meters, or no, 17.5 feet. I forget the meters, about 4, I think. 5? Yeah, more like 5 meters. Anyway, it's an HF antenna which needs a 17.5 high pole. I've been making mounts for poles on. There's adequate places to clip mounts onto the trailer, so I've already got the VHF UHF antenna mount and cable run. I've got the interior coaxes run. I do have to come up with a pass-through, bring it out from under the seat and to my operating location. But that's pretty trivial. I'll do that tomorrow on my trusty hole saw. Anyway, and I'll be using my slinky, which is a salty wall, on my 23-foot telescoping fiberglass pole. And I also can use that to support a inverted P, etc. more. On the front area, I'm working up a pole mount. I need to secure a few more parts. I'll be ready to go for my, I wanted to say D-Star, no, a Starlink antenna, so I can do my photo logging real time and chase plots, all that sort of thing on the air, on the internet. So that's my goal right now, to hopefully before the sunspot cycle changes, I'll have all this stuff done. And that's it. So 7-3, everybody. 86H over to net.
Very cool. Thanks for sharing that, Ray. I hope sometime you share pictures. I don't know in the group or something, but that sounds like a dream project. So I hope you were able to get it done and get at radioactive before the sunspot change. All right, we had 73s in between, so now we're down to Canute K6HIV.
Yeah, it's good to be that hour. Things are the shortening up. This is K6HIV. Ray, just a comment. That's just I use a 17.5 foot. What do you call it? Push-up antennas that they got on a mag mount, and it worked really well for me. I had a lot of nice contacts last year. Last year with that and the Zygo Z90. So it was a lot of fun. You know, the car parked right in front of the house, and still the antenna works very well for them. So I was glad on that. And I'll say 73. Pleasure chatting with the gang tonight. And back to next control. Thank you very much for what you're doing. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Canute. 73 is back to you. N5 KBB, Bob.
This is N5 KBB, and I also appreciate you running the net. And I really don't have anything else to add, so I will give it back to you. This is N5 KBB with 73.
Lastly, we've got KN6 ASR, Dion.
Thank you for running the net.
And 73 to everybody. Fan 6 ASR back to net control.
Thank you very much. This is Kilo Oscar 6, Alpha Mike Ted. I appreciate everyone who has attended the net. As I say, I think every time, but I really appreciate participation. Gives me a reason to get on the air. For me, I like our kind of local net. I know there's a couple others out there, but I appreciate the regulars and all of you who join us. And if there's anyone else out there, please feel free to join us every week, Tuesday night at 8 p.m. We'd be happy to have you. At this time, we will close the net and return the repeaters back to normal control. KO6 AIM 7 greetings.